go. Putting that over. Same thing, slight retouching right here as well. Command 0, zoom out. I'm gonna have to remove this box. I'm not really too crazy about removing it right now at this moment. I mean, I really could, but I want to do all the retouching and like fixing of her skin first before I do anything that has to do with any of that stuff. Dragging up, same vibe before. I mean, I'm retouching the box and I don't even need to. Like, once again, like I just told y'all. All right, let me go ahead and drag that bad boy in here. I think I'm gonna use, see, I could use this one. I could use this one. I could use this one. I'm vibing with this bad boy. Let's see what he does. Drag and drop him on top. Zoom out. Double click. I'm gonna go to my transform tool. Drag him down. Double click. Hit. Just double click away. Hey Shanty. I'm gonna go ahead and select this bottom half of it and select this top half of it, and I'm gonna hit remove, but I have to make sure that this layer is selected just like so. I'm going to go right click, or I could just go remove right here and it'll remove those edges. I could have hit remove, or I could have hit generative fill, or I could have hit content aware fill, just like that, but I just wanted to remove it for a minute. Now I'm going to go ahead and hold command and select these two and go command E to merge them two together, right? Just like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and drag the top, this one right here, to above. And I'm going to go command J on her to duplicate her layer. I'm going to hide this bottom layer. And now I'm going to go to where it says remove subject, or remove background, I mean. It's going to remove the background. And now I can go ahead and refine this as I see fit for the subject. So I'm going to go ahead and select her. I want to place her on his back like so. I think that this is a very like good positioning right here too, to have her kind of like this on him. Maybe like even like this, perspective wise. And then I can move her hand down using puppet warp in a minute. But I want to make sure that this looks right. Yep. Enter. Command D. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and hold this down and go to select my brush tool to change my brush. And now I'm going to go ahead and use the color black to go ahead and remove this right here. So I'm going to get as close as I can to the body and remove it. The best part about this is that we're editing on white. So with us editing on white, it's going to be a lot easier to blend than a lot of the other images that we do when we're editing on black or trying to blend black. It's a lot easier to blend that white image. Still my settings if you don't already have them. But to erase, we're drawing on with black because this is a mask, so we're using the color black. If we select X on our keyboard, it will change the color. You can see it right here, it's shifting, changing between white and black. White brings it back. If you draw it white, it'll bring it back. If you draw it black, it'll take it away. So that's the best way to, like, you know, edit without it having to be rasterized. If you guys are wondering what the word rasterize means, it means that you can't go back. So basically, after you erase something, let's say for example, if you draw the permanent marker, you can't erase that. So when you do something, it will make it destructive rather than it being non-destructive. So being rasterized, you merge them together, or the image becomes one to where you literally can't go command Z anymore, right? So try to not rasterize if you're able to control it. All right, so I'm gonna just erase as much as possible here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend it with that background as much as I can. I just changed my opacity to 100 so I can erase a lot faster. What's up, fam? What's up, Coop? What's up, D? I'm gonna go ahead and erase these right here so I could blend everything together just like so. Boom. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go back down on my opacity again so I can get even closer to my subject, and now it can blend into that background so it doesn't look too forced when it gets close to the subject's body. I'm gonna go ahead and hit X like I showed you guys so I can bring some of this part of her skin back. X, Now I can blend some of that skin back into the image. You see, it's not bad. Blend in a little bit more. I really should have had, as a photographer, I should have had her onto a I should have had her sit her on a white box. I made her sit on a brown box. That was a fold. Should have had her sit on that white box so it blended in, so it was easier to get that shadow. But that's something that for you guys to learn from. So being that I didn't do it, you guys should do it. If you're doing a VFX image, try to have your props be white or at least match the same color as the background that you're going to be using. So when you go ahead and VFX the image, it's a lot easier to remove them. Command 0 from that background. Right, just like that. Cool. Now I'm going to go ahead and I have to puppet warp her. I'm going to go and I think this is pretty straight. I'm going to go command, make sure that all of her parts are there. Her fingers are there. Good. Everything is there. Command 0. I'm going to go command J. I'm going to go command click both of these. Now I am going to merge them. When I merge them, it's going to rasterize them. It's going to make them destructive to where I can't go back, right? This is my process and what I do, which is why I make sure that I got everything in the mask. Make sure that her fingers are there, her hair is there, her sides are there, her skin's there. Make sure that everything that I need is there to be able to finish the image. So I go command E, merge them together. Now it's on one layer, right? I'm going to go ahead and go command J, hide that bottom layer. Now I'm going to go to where it says select. No, I'm going to go to edit actually. I'm going to go to edit, I'm going to go to puppet warp. You guys may be familiar with this, maybe not. I add points at different cores. So I'm going to add a point at the knees, add a point around where the ankles are. Add a point where the butt is, like kind of another part where you hinge at the hips or butt, around the chest. I'm going to add one around the head, and then I'm going to add one around the arm and hand. So at the different joints where your body moves, that's where I like to add points at. So now I can move it how I want or how I see fit. So I want her to touch onto it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and move this point right here to where it's like she's touching on him. Just like so. Command 0 to back out. Now you can see if I really wanted to, I could also move her feet. If I wanted her feet to be in, I could move her feet more. However I want. If I want her feet to be like this or be out more, I could really move them however. But I'm gonna leave them like so that they match the floor of the swan. I'm gonna go ahead now and hit enter. It's gonna save everything right where I put it at. You'll see the before, after, where she was moved from to. So now you guys can see. So now I'm going to be doing a lot of color matching. I'm going to go ahead and go command J on the swan layer that I created. Put that on top. Now I'm going to go ahead and change the blend mode of this to be able to give the vibe that I really want for that top layer to be able to blend onto my subject. Low-key soft light makes my subject look the most like, swan-esque and things of that nature. All right, so I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm going to hide this. Low-key, would her blend mode be able to like change as well? Or is it too much? I'm trying to see if any of these blend modes change her skin. No, it's okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and filter. Neural filters. Harmonization, turn it on. Select a layer. Select the swan layer that's below her, so I can do some color matching to the best of its ability. You gotta remember our example is like this, so it's very huey, right? So I want her to be like a very like high, I'd say, hue. Seeing blues in there, right? Some more blues, some more cayenne vibes. Yep, see, look, more blues. Maybe more cayenne in there too. Yep, more cayennes, less reds, more magenta in there a little bit. Nope, more green in there. Nope, less green. Keep that bad boy in the middle. Saturation, yes, no, maybe not. Less saturation. Yep, less saturated. Making it more angelic. Going up on the brightness as well to make it be able to blend in there. When I go, I'm not going to say current layer. I'm going to create a new layer so that way I don't rasterize the image. So now I still have two versions. I have my before and I have my after. My before and my after. My client will be like, oh, I don't like that one. I want myself to be a little bit darker. If I need to go back, I can go back as a photographer. So just like so. Right. And I feel like the back layer of this swan looks a little bit too lighthearted. I kind of want him to be a little bit more dramatic. So I'm going to go to adjustments. And I'm going to go to, I say, exposure. And I'm going to lock it onto him. I'm going to click this square with this arrow to lock it onto him, so that way it only changes his layer. I'm going to go up on the gamma just a little bit to make him a little bit more realistic. Not realistic, but not as angelic or what as he was. Like not like this though, but more so like, because he was here, he was very bright. I kind of want him like this to where he seems a little bit more in reach, just like so. All right, and now I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, that's good right there. I like that right there. Now I can go ahead and add shadows and stuff underneath my subject. I'm gonna go to the layer below her, hit a plus, and right below her I can create the shadows for her. I can go with my black brush. I can trace underneath her feet for where her feet would be at for shadows. And I can change this as needed afterwards as well. Trying to think if that would how it be. Let me see. It should have like a micro shadow right here. Let's see, like that. Let's see. I think that might be good. See. Command 0. I'm gonna go ahead and go to opacity, change the opacity down and see which one makes me feel best about it. Probably about 50. Now I'm gonna go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Dissipate it a little bit more. Hit OK. I can change the opacity again, seeing which one makes me feel the best about it. Command T, probably bring it in more, or make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I think that's good. I think I gotta do some erasing now. Yeah, do some erasing. Alright, I'm hit done. Now I can go in with my eraser. I could have also made this a mask. We'll go in my eraser, change the opacity down like about 10, 15. Damn, hold on. I gotta make sure that my flow. There we go. Flow is down as well. Alright, but very lightly. Go back to the subject layer, hit mask, and then get rid of this white line. Draw it black, hit X, make sure that black is the top color right there. that you can remove. Damn, come on, bro. Excuse me, I'm trying to click the right layer. There we go. I gotta get in between these hands too. I'm gonna do an overlay over the whole thing, but I wanna make sure that these hands, cause like I know in between our hands had something going on. Yeah, I'm gonna click this right here. Select this. Command T to move it below her hands. Deselect. Command J, Command E, Shift Command X. I merge those. And I can take this same image. Can I merge these together? Command E. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna hold Option and drag down, make a duplicate. I'm gonna Command E, merge it together. Yeah, I just merged it. All right, I'm gonna hold Alt, drag it up, make another duplicate, put it on top, and now try to change the blend mode to see if I can make this blend well with these two. It's not bad. Darker color. Overlay. Overlay's not bad either. It just has to. Overlay was not bad. Soft light. Soft light always be snapping. I'm gonna go soft light, bro. Yeah, soft light was good. And now with soft light, I can do two things. I could be lazy and I could go and make a duplicate of her and put her on top, and then change the opacity of this version of her. I could do that, right? And be lazy, which is what I do sometimes. Right, to blend it in more. But what I could do for real is go back to that same layer that I had. Go back to the same layer of the top. Make a mask of this one, and now go to my brush in the black and draw black on top of this white, but on the parts that merge through. So, for example, you can see the swan through her skin. I'm gonna blur that out. You can see the swan through her skin there. I'm gonna blur that out. Everything else will just match nicely. So you can see the swan through her skin. I'm gonna blur this out, but I need to make sure that my opacity is not at 100 LOL. Make sure it's like 10, and just blur it out lightly. But stay inside of the lining of your subject. So stay inside of her knees, like stay inside of the lining of the leg, because what you want to do is you want these lines to stay blended the way that they are for the edit. So you want to just go through the parts that look like they blend through, so that way you can play with the viewer's eyes, because the viewer's eye is not going to know unless you tell them. Little parts that blend through, for example, her wrist right here. There you go. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with her face to make sure that her face is seen as well. Kind of make sure that her features are not too washed out, even though it does have that light vibe. And to give that softness, what you can do is you can go to this, like say for example, you go to the image and you go to select, and then you go to select color range. You can select the whites or the highlights in the image, and then you can go hit OK. It'll select them, and now you go Command J to put those on a separate layer. And then now you go to filter, you go to blur, and you go to Gaussian blur, and now you can blur out those highlights. This works on any image. Like you guys can see the highlights changing. You can now blur out those highlights if you want those highlights to, like, if you want to look more dreamy or whatever. So you can see like before, after. On a different image it might look better, but this is just showing you guys like how you can bloom out highlights. I'm gonna show y'all on some other stuff too. If you wanted to add that, you don't have to add that. Just if you want to add extra highlights. But for the most part, this image is like pretty much done, honestly. But I could like reframe her probably a little bit better. Yeah, probably reframe her one more time. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Yeah, definitely change her opacity though. The only part that I have that I had problem that I'm having with her right now is this part right here below her dress. That's throwing me off. That's literally it. So I'm gonna erase this. That's the only part that I'm not banging with right now, because I can see it from afar. Especially when you can see the stuff from afar, like, you know it's like a problem. Okay, it's on this layer. Oh, it's because my opacity is 11. I'm like, why is it not erasing anything? Why did he shoot in log? I mean, because that's the best. That's the best to shoot in, bro. You better start grading, bro. Fab refuses to shoot in anything else. He's like, bro, I'm not shooting in nothing but log, and I mean, I respect it. He just forces us to learn how to color grade his footage, because he shoots on the Canon, so his footage is different to color grade. Yeah, that makes me feel way better. Yeah, it makes me feel way better. I'm gonna hold Option, drag up, and use this one instead of this one. I'm gonna change the opacity of that. Yeah. I feel like her background needs to be like a higher quality or something, bro. Like it's like the swan's not swanning enough for me. Let me see. Select subject. Command J. Adjustment. Exposure. Oh. There we go. So I put the swan on like I did this. I put the swan on its own layer so I could like play with it even more because I feel like I was not making with his darkness and like how he didn't look how I wanted him to look. And now I'm looking at her shadow and I'm like, bro, is her shadow giving shadow? Is her shadow below? It's the shadow right here that there's no shadow right here. That's the only problem that I'm dealing with right now. Is there's no shadow. There's no shadow right below her, like her butt right here. Okay, there we go. Now there is. And then probably go on to her subject. I don't want to mess up, bro. So I'm gonna, bro. If before I do something crazy, I always duplicate the layer, bro. Yeah, I know I be having hella layers, but before I mess something up, bro, I try to make sure, bro. Hello, bro. I'm a photographer. I want to buy a camera, Sony in 2016. What do you think about the fashion photography? Sony A7 IV. Get a A7 IV or an A7R4. Wait, A7R. Wait, there. I don't think there is a A7R4, but get the A7 IV. Get the A7 IV. I have the A7R5, but I would have still got the A7 IV if I were you. I would still get. I would get that. I would get the A7. I would get the A7 IV if I was you. But why would you tell me to get an A7 IV if you have an A7R5? Because I spent extra money for no reason. If I'm being honest with you. Okay, there's probably too much shadow. See, I'm just like testing to see. Yeah, there's probably too much, bro. Is it though? Is it though? Yeah, definitely is. Yeah, definitely without. I mean, I know I see what I'm trying to do. I see what I'm trying to do, but I don't think it's doing what I thought. What I think it was. What I think it's supposed to do. Because I know what I'm trying to do, but I'm definitely not giving the vibe that I'm thinking I'm giving. Okay, maybe that. You know, very slight, very subtle vibes. Okay, maybe that. Maybe that. Okay, that's a vibe right there. Crazy part about this is a VFX that like that my client didn't even like. Never mind, bro. I'm chilling. I really hope that she likes it. That's all I gotta say. My clients be coming to me with no vision. They be like, Taxi, like just do something fire, and I'm like, okay. Be like, I got you, shawty. Just I don't really know what I want. Just do something fire. I'd be like, okay. I'd be like, okay, I got you, shawty. I don't really know what I want. Just do something fire. You don't really know what you want. Just do something fire. Okay, I got you, shawty. All right. Overall, hit the crop. Bring it up a little bit because obviously I feel like this could look better. Maybe if she was bigger, like should she be bigger? Like part of me thinking like maybe she should be bigger. But then again, she wants this. I don't know if she wants this one. Okay, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this one. We're gonna figure this out though. Double click. Command 0, enter. Crop. Is it supposed to be like this to the spawn be flat? Nah, she has to be flat with her feet, yo. So much goes into this, bro, that people just don't think about. Oh, I just used the wrong layer. Ah! All right, this layer. It's not bad. There we go. File export, quick export PNG. What I said, D, get an A1 armor. No. I really want to start learning how to leverage AI more in my work. Like I know how I do it right now currently, but that's I've been using ChatGPT to generate a lot of images to try to create and be different than other photographers. But I'm trying to figure out how I could use it more, not use it more, but maybe use other software types or something. I gotta check in with my client. It's about to be. I'm not gonna check my phone. I'm gonna just text them. Who do I have first? Alicia. I got so many freaking shoots today, bro. I'm not complaining, guys. I'm not complaining. I'm complaining about the fact that I have a lot of shoots to do. But the part that I'm actually complaining about is the part that I have a lot of stuff to edit. No, I'm not complaining about clients. I'm complaining about y'all ass. I gotta edit the YouTube video for y'all by Friday. I have to make sure that you guys have reels, TikToks. I gotta make sure that you guys get yesterday's class uploaded. I haven't done none of that yet. I never complain about my clients, but I will complain about y'all. LOL. Because if I didn't have to worry about the YouTube, I didn't have to worry about Instagram or Patreon, none of that, then even though that's my passion part, if I didn't have to worry about all of that, I would be able to I would have more, I guess, peace of mind. But it's just something that just won't let me create without putting others first, what I'm saying, putting you guys first. That image took me 40 minutes. Just checking in for today. And Trying to see if I can like put a prompt in to help immerse this, but I don't know. I think that's probably it. Cause I have another one I have to do. I got to do one where it's like them. It's gonna be two. It's gonna be two swans right here. Like the swan head going over her. But I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm trying to make the swan standing, like to make it like kind of larger than life, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, all right. So the prompt that I put in for you guys, I'm going to show y'all. I think it kind of worked. So I did the VFX image first, and then I put it in here. So the prompt that I put in was enhance the realism. I'm trying to make sure I can see this. I put enhance the realism and visual cohesion across the entire image while preserving all original features. Seamlessly blend the lighting, the color, the temperature, the contrast. That way the elements appear natural. What I did was I dragged and dropped this image into ChatGPT and I said, please give me a prompt that helps me further merge this image together, right? And then it gave me this prompt, and then I re-put it back in, and I didn't want the face to be removed. So I said, maintain a clean and natural edges with consistent sharpness and realistic fall off. The final image should feel organically photographed, cinematic, and cohesive, right? And this is what came out, which looks really good, bro. Yeah, fuck you talking about overly snap. Nigga, can't nobody tell me nothing. But yeah, but the part is you have to do the VFX first. You have to do the VFX first and then upload it. Y'all gonna try to be like, y'all gonna try to I know y'all guys gonna try to do it the easy way. Like, okay, merge these two images together. Blah, blah, blah. Bruh, do the work first and then it'll be able to help you. So that's good. I'm actually very happy how that came out. So now I can give this as well. The time it took though, 40 minutes. Jesus. So it's the first one. Came out fire. I gotta resize it though. I'm gonna go back into Photoshop so I can resize it. I'm gonna go Photoshop and drag and drop. So I could resize the image. Command 0. I ain't gonna lie though. Wait, hold on. Like, deselect Command 0 minus crop. Maybe it's not that bad to be like this, because then I could just go like that. So maybe it is straight. Go select Command T. Command T, no, Command T. Oh, it has to rasterize first, probably. Convert to layer, hit OK. Select Command T, drag this over a little bit. Hit Enter, Command D. Oh, this actually looks really good, bro. This looks really good. Bro did a good job, bro. There we go. Bro, this looks really good, bro. Bro, I never know how life is gonna be when I start these VFX images, and then they come out looking so good. Yes, okay. File, export. I'm gonna go to filter, filter real quick. Let me see if I could enhance this, like with the artifacts or something. There we go. I'm gonna go to JPEG artifact removal. Let's see what it does. Cause what it's supposed to do is take all those extra little, it's supposed to take all those extra little looking stuff out. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna say medium, cause I feel like high went a little too much. I'm gonna do new layer, hit OK. I'm gonna go to adjustment. Now I'm gonna go to, not adjustment, I'm gonna do filter, camera raw filter. Bro, this is just how I do it, bro. If y'all got different vibes, y'all got different vibe, that's fine. But this is just what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna go to detail, I'm gonna go to sharpening, go up on that sharpening a little bit, like 15. Yeah, literally just a little bit. Boom, hit OK. Boom, I'm done. This is an amazing image right here. File, new. File export. Quick export as PNG. There we go. That's the final one right there. Hit X, hit save. Now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the next one too. Yeah. Stay tuned for that tutorial. Now it's time for this one. All right, what did you familiar? We're doing our next VFX edit right now. So what I'm thinking about doing, I'm thinking about talking to chat. So what I might do is I might get the swan that I just used before. I don't think I exported the swan. But I need to probably open back up this edit. I'm gonna open back up this edit and go get this swan. Edit in Photoshop. Cause I gotta get this swan. Where is it at? I gotta get an image of this swan by itself. I think I'm gonna just put it into there. Hold on, wait, let's see. Don't save. I'm gonna go to chat. I'm gonna put remove the subject. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna try to remove the subject and then I'm gonna try to make him stand. So I remove subject and then I'm gonna try to make him stand. So let's see, remove the subject, but I wanted to keep that same vibe. I'm gonna say make the swan stand. Okay, now. I really don't want to have to purchase Gemini, bro, because I'm like, bro, I'm already paying for ChatGPT Plus. Like, I don't want to have to purchase Gemini too. I'm getting like chills through my body. I think I need to eat, bro. It's almost 12. I mean, it's almost 1. And I'm getting sick too, bro. Like, I think I'm getting sick too because I'm getting like constant chills and it's warm in here. This is like that type of weather you haven't been in a long time. And my throat like has that weird feeling. So I just feel like I'm getting sick, bro. And I don't think I've been like taking care of my body, like sleeping how I'm supposed to and things of that nature. Now I'll make a second one standing beside that one. I'm gonna download these images and I'm gonna use these for this one. Well, not this one. For this one, because it's gonna be a 22. It's gonna be a 2 and a 2. Oh man. I need to go look because my clients, they put notes on their images, like on Pixieset. Pixieset allows you to write notes on the images before your photographer edits them, and you can like say things that you want for each image. So that's how my clients are able to select their favorites. They're like, oh, I want this one to do this. I want this one, blah blah blah. I want blah 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 blah. That's how they're able to do that. Fix the gap in my bang. Fix the gap in my bang. Oh, bro, that shit's dead, bro. I'm gonna just take that out fully. I have a scar on my knee. Fix the gap in my bang. Take the feather out of my hair. Okay, alrighty now. All right, let's lock in. Shift A. Command Z. Shift A. I'm gonna go down on the vibrance. Down on saturation a bit too. I'm gonna go select subject and then select background, and then I'm gonna select that subject but then select her clothes, so I can go down the highlights of that so they can have more detail, and go up on the shadows, go back to this subject background selection, go up on the shadows. There you go. So I could remove her, edit in Photoshop. When I edit this in Photoshop, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the stuff that I don't need, obviously, which is gonna be this subject, which is gonna be Command J first. Select this subject and all of this, and just hit remove. It's always good for your client to bring a friend. Excuse me. Select both, Command E. Remove this up here. Remove. I like using remove because remove uses no it doesn't use any credits. 22, that's nice. I'm gonna download this one. And I'm gonna download this one. And I'm gonna download this one. And I'm gonna remember that prompt that I used earlier up here. I'm gonna remember this prompt. I'm gonna download it to place for y'all. And now if I look at those images, the 2 standing, the 1 standing. I have the 2 standing, which is cool because I'm trying to put her, I want them to say 22. Like to make it look like a 22, you know? Excuse me. So we'll see. Cause they might be too close together, so I might have to space them out myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and merge this, Command E, Shift Command X, plus zoom in. Go ahead and do some body morphing and things of that nature so you can get it looking right. I genuinely love doing VFX. I think the scary part always when I'm doing VFX is like how my clients are gonna react to the images. I don't think Like, I'm afraid of the VFX itself. I'm just always afraid because the client never has a vision for it. They have ideas. They'd be like, oh, can you do this and do this, maybe that. So now they have a lot of anticipation on the VFX. The VFX is like a music video. Like, your client don't know how it's going to turn out. You know what I'm saying? They're fully, completely, 1,000% trusting your eye. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm doing VFX, it's like my client is 1,000% trusting my eye. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, they might not know what the hell going on, but they trusting your eye. So and she want me to fix the gap in her bang, which is this gap right here. Ugh. Fixing that's gonna be a hassle. Not a hassle, but like, you know, I might have to use a little generative credit because I definitely don't wanna do that thing myself. And she said scar on her leg. So this should be good for now, for a good little like cast, because I can still body morph later. She wanted her buns to be seen for real. She was like, oh my god, I want a shot where you can see my buns. Cause that's another thing I'll be telling y'all, especially in class. Like, I'm like, girls get their hair done for a reason. So like, you know, just like how she said, like, I want my buns to be seen. That helps me now create poses based off that. This entire month is pose based. And I don't know if y'all know or not, but I'm trying to open up a studio, bro. I want to do it this year so that way everybody that comes in the city, like, or anybody that's in the city, can have a place to use. Like, it'll be cool, like, to, you know, create that space and then be able to allow photographers. Like, it'd be like that photography hub. Like, you know, like, I don't want to say like super low rates, but like low enough rates to where it's like, you know, photographers can come practice and be okay with practicing. Like, you know, like, I'd be like a practice tier. Like, if you're in the Patreon or you join a membership base, you can, you know, $25 you get $25 an hour rates, you know what I'm saying, to come use the studio with your own equipment or some shit like that. Like, you know, for $25 an hour, you can bring your own equipment and come use the studio. But for, you know, $75 an hour, you can come use the studio with my equipment or something like that. But I do want it to be like I want to create a space that, like, you know, y'all could come. And like when I do meetups, y'all can come, or y'all can come shoot in or something that could just like help. That could just help the community, bro. Cause I feel like people don't have stuff like that. I feel like having a workshop every once in a while for people who want to be photographers, like helping you get better at photography. Like, I don't know, just not gatekeeping, bit. Even if it only lasts for a year and, like, you know, not necessarily saying I go bankrupt, but if it only lasts for a year and I don't make no real revenue from it, I won't be mad. Because, like, it'll have done what it was supposed to do for the time that it did it, you know what I mean? So I won't really be mad because it'll have done what it was supposed to do for the time it had did it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just want to see everybody win, bro. Like, the community meetup I had the other day was magnificent, bro. Like, that shit really put things into perspective for me. Like, you know, like, it really made me feel good. Change the opacity. That's why I'm trying to get that video out so good for y'all, bro. Cause I know if that video come out good, bro, y'all gonna see it and be like, oh yeah, bro. Like, this is hard, you know. Like, y'all gonna be inspired and be like, oh shit, I'm trying to get right, you know. It's gonna make you guys want to do more. All right, so this has to be like way bigger than. Oh no, I could probably like put half the butt of the swan. Like, the whole swan don't gotta be in there, but I do need a second one just in case. All right, so I'm gonna put half the butt of the swan in here. Put her on the neck of the swan like that, but on the same ground as the swan. So it's like she's maybe the swan's head. Does the swan head go behind her? Damn, how is this gonna go? The swan's neck's gonna have to be like longer. I'm gonna have to morph the swan first, bro. No cap. All right, let's see. All right, we gotta go ahead. We gotta go ahead and recreate this swan. All right. Select subject. Let me see. Select subject. Properties. Select. I don't need you. Convert to layers. Select subject. Boom, just like so. I'm gonna go. Ooh, do I do Command J or do I do? Nah. Okay, deselect. I gotta go Command J. Then I gotta go remove background on this top one. And on this bottom one, I gotta go select subject. And then I gotta go remove because I need to have a blank slate for that background. Yeah, there we go, just like that. Merge that, Command E. This top one now is what I'm playing with. I gotta move his head up more so that way it fits with my subject. So I need to probably select, make her Command J, remove background for her. Yeah, boom, okay, cool. So now I can, when I morph this guy, I need to be able to see how he's gonna be able to fit inside of her. Okay, bet. So, yeah, okay, bet. I'm gonna go him. I'm gonna go Command J, Command E, double click, puppet warp, edit, puppet warp, different joint points of where he matches up, body, tail, probably the middle of his body too, and then his damn head and neck. Needs to be more like this. Yeah. It probably needs to be more like this. So it could be a 2. Oh, wait, hold on. That boy neck about to be real crazy. I need it to be like where she can caress him. Maybe her hands gotta come out too. No cap, probably. Yeah, her hands gonna have to come out too. Alright, so he's gonna be like this. For that 2. Maybe his body needs to be in more too. Maybe his. Because I'm trying to wonder, is his body gonna be in front of her body? Or should his body be behind her body? Like his body kind of has to be in front, right? Because of her knee right there. All right, fuck it. Let's do it. Enter. Let's figure it out. All right, bet. Boom. Her. Bam, bam. Make sure everything that she got is inside of the body. Boom. Cool. All right, bet. Say less. Lock in. Boom. She's going to be like this. Boom. Edit. Puppet warp. Shoulders, elbows, hands, head, butt bone, where the knees meet. Come on. Yeah, she's gotta be more like, yeah, okay, bet. She gotta be more like arched in. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Clients be like, oh, you could like make me do that? Yep. I could make you do whatever I want with this Photoshop. There we go. Hit enter. Bam. Stop playing with him though. Yes. Okay, cool. Now what I can do is I can move this bad boy in a little bit. So he's in between her hands. I might have to make his neck skinnier. Don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. Because what's going to happen is her hand's not going to be able to be seen. All right. All right, now I'm going to start removing this out of her hand. 100% opacity. Just get close enough. Cause I'm still gonna like refine it, but I just wanna make sure that like I see what I see, bro. I have so many different cardboard things inside of the studio that I just use for VFX so many times, bro. All right, we gotta get this done in like 30 minutes. Let's do it. Let's do it. Lock in. I'm excited. Let's lock in. When I start doing VFX, I start to see the direction that it's gonna go, and it makes me be like, okay, bet. I'm just erasing right now, y'all. I'm really just masking because I could bring all this back. I'm not just erasing, but I'm drawing on the mask so that way, just in case I won't need to bring anything back or I erase too much at some point, like I just did right then. I can go backwards. There we go. Because the whole goal here is going to be to get her hand to go around this one. Shit. I erased too much. There we go. I had erased the whole finger. So the whole goal here is just to get that perspective going, and then I can bring back whatever I need to bring back. But I just got to get the perspective going right. There we go. You're probably looking at me like, damn, bro, why would he decide to do jobs like this? Because, bro, they give me life. They make shit feel worth it, dude. And what I could do is I could puppet warp this to the neck of the swan. Come on, bro, stop playing with me now. Now y'all see the vision, right? Okay, then. Now y'all see the vision. What we could do is we can go edit puppet warp, and I could make these arms stay here. I could pull. Oh nope. See, like I gotta root the whole rest of the body, bro. I gotta make sure that there's other points and that don't move. Oh, see, I gotta do the same thing with the head. When you add those anchor points, nothing else can move. Damn, bro. Anchor points. Click delete. Click delete. If I move these anchor points, those move too. All right, cool. We're gonna go ahead with fuck it. Hit enter. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna select. I could just remove this in a minute. I got you. I'm gonna lock in. One thing about me though. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna go Command J. Put that bad boy on top of her, and I'm gonna start seeing what parts of her, what parts do I want to be in front and which parts do I want to be behind. I'm gonna hit mask. I'm gonna go back to here. I'm gonna select subject. When I select the subject, I can go back to this layer here because the subject's already selected. So now I can erase or draw or out mask the parts that I want her arm to be in front. So like for example, right here, it will be in front. Right here, this elbow and things of that nature will be in front. Just like that, right? You see what I'm saying? Stop playing with that boy taxi, nigga. Fuck you talking about. Sorry. I get a little ratchet. Boom. Right? Just like that. Boom. Right? Come on. Boom. Come on. And then I would just select this and remove in a minute. But that, okay, perspective. I'm gonna hit X to draw some of this back so I can get close to that arm. Perspective. All right, is this good in front of her? Like, is this cute? Oh, that actually is kind of cute. With it being in front and like you not being able to see this part of her, because like if you could, that would look weird, right? If the swan was like in between her legs, that would look kind of weird, right? If it was like this. Yeah, if it was like this. If it was like this, you could see her body, but you can't see the swan because of her leg. How does that look perspective wise though? That might look a little, see, like that looks a little weird. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That definitely looks a little weird. But like, should the whole part, oh shit. Should the whole part of the swan, not be seen and it just be her knee on the front of the swan? Nah, because then that doesn't look real. So like it has to be, the swan gotta be like here, covering a little bit. So that's what it has to be. It has to be the swan covering a little bit of the dress. That's what it gotta be to look the most real. Yep, to look the most real, this is what's gonna have to happen. There we go. Yep, for this to look the most realistic. And then I can move this arm to match a little bit better in a minute too. I should put her face on this side, right? Hit X to make sure that her face is on this side to add that extra layer. Yeah, right? Just like that. It would have been tough if this was a picture where she was looking at me. Okay, that was good. I'm gonna go Command D, deselect. That doesn't look bad at all. It does not look bad at all. Actually looks really good. I'm gonna go to her, Command T, right click, warp. I really hope I can warp like individual, nope. Alright, cancel. I'm gonna go ahead and select like this part. No, hold on, Command 0. I'm gonna select this part. I'm gonna go Command J. I'm gonna go Command T. And bring that hand out more, rotate it, and then find a way to blend these together. Double click, mask, and now erase this. Yep, and erase where those hands link up. There we go, yep. That hand, that finger added to it. There we go. Bro, that's cute right there. So make sure the hands match up. 1, 2, 3. Hit X. For the one that's on top, is this right here? Yeah. Hit X and draw on so I can bring her fingers back. There you go. Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna hide those. Oh, it was this one. That's what it was. When I brought this one back, I gotta mask this out because a little bit of her nail is below him. Okay, hit X to bring her nail back out. Okay, bet that makes sense. VFX with layers is like so scary because like there's so many layers, bro. Hit 0. Just like so. Oh, see, look, this another thing that doesn't make sense. This arm right here, I gotta be able to get this. See, look, boom, perspective don't make sense. I gotta hit X again, and I need to hide this arm now. See, come on, gotta pay attention to the details, bro. Gotta pay attention to the details. So this gotta make sense too. So I gotta get her arm out of here. Because if not, it don't make no sense. Like she can't be hugging it and then both of her arms be on one side and the other arm be on the other side. Come on, details. And the more and more you edit it, the more and more you start to notice like really what's really going on for real. Just like that, there you go. That looks a lot better. Yeah, because it was like just one side's on there. There you go, that looks good. Damn, does it look good though? Or should I cut it right here too? And then does this look good now? This looks more good, right? Because it's in her armpit now. Bruh, so much perspective stuff goes on with these VFX jump, bruh. It's crazy, gang. That looks good, bro. That looks good. That looks good. That looks really good right there. Wow, it looks really good right there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hold shift all the way down to here. And I'm going to go command G to make this a group. So all this is on one group. So now I can take this, go command T, and move this whole group over to where it's like this. Double click. And now I got another swan, right? I thought I had another swan. Command J and go command T behind her with a second one. With another swan right here. Hit enter. Or command T. Hit enter. But the only thing is, like, you kind of want the swan's neck to look more like a 2. That's my only problem right now. Fucking, it's like a fuck moment. Like, but I mean, does that give 22, bro? Like, I wanted to give a 2, bro. Damn. I really wanted to give a 2, like, you know, like a more arched neck. Like, making her neck more arched, like, really giving that 2 vibe, you know? Let's see, command T. Double click. It's complicated. Merge those down. Because it took so much to just get this 1. So now trying to get 2 to look like 22 is kind of crazy. Command T. I kind of don't like that you can't see the full swan too, though. Like, kind of like a problem for me. There you go. Keep merging them two together. Okay, I don't think that's bad. Bro, why does it keep creating things? Like, why does it keep generating? Okay, I'll figure it out in a minute. There we go. See, now, like, the question is, with this swan, is this her swan? Yeah, this is her swan. All right. Image, edit, puppet warp. Is he gonna look weird if I try to make him look like a 2, bro? Like, that's the only problem now. Bro gonna look weird if I try to make him look too much like a 2, to where they're not like direct examples of each other. Does that look like fake, bro? Does that swan's head look like fake, or is that okay? Like, I don't know. I don't really know about that one, bro. I feel like I gotta, like, hold on, wait, where is he at? This is him. I feel like I gotta go off of, is this the swan? This is her swan? Is this her swan? Like, which swan is her swan, though? Okay, this is her swan. This is the her swan. All right, let me go ahead and can I select just his head and then maybe we can make something happen. Maybe Command J there, and then we go to Edit, Warp, Puppet Warp. Maybe like just his head. Could we potentially, you know, move the swan head? Wait, hold on. Hit Enter, Command T. Maybe what if like could I merge it to where it's like it goes more out like that? I could probably get this one's head to go more out of like a open two, and maybe I could get this one. Which one's the one in front of her? This one right here. Edit, Puppet Warp. Maybe I can get all of these parts of him to stay the same, right? But I move this part forward. There you go. Oh, hold on, wait, damn. Delete that. Probably pull this forward. Oh, I'm not trying to get none. I don't want none of these parts to move, bruh. Like, stay where y'all are at, bruh. Do not move, bruh. I just want this to move forward. There we go. So maybe he looks more like a 2. Okay, yeah, right? Maybe he could look more like a 2. Okay, wait. Ah, damn, I didn't mean to move the part by her arm. Let me zoom in, bro. Damn. There we go. There we go. All right. Come in. All right, so maybe. Nope. All of this gotta stay the exact same, bro. Only shit that can change is like this right here. Okay, what about this? Maybe this. Maybe this. Maybe this. Okay, I'm gonna hit enter. What does that look like? Which head are we using? Are we using the bottom head? Take him, mask. Get him out of the way. I feel like with this edit, you gotta really know how the hell layers work. Cause you're probably looking at this like, what the hell is Taxi doing? And I don't even know what I'm doing, gang. I'm just like in the middle of it right now. Figuring it out as we speak. Hit X again. Yeah, see, I think that's a vibe right there. I think that's a vibe right there. I'm gonna go ahead and go back and blend these all together. I'm gonna go Command J one more time. I'm gonna go Command E to merge them together. Shift Command X. Zoom in and see how this looks if I round out the swan heads to look more like a 2. Bro, I forgot that she said she wanted me to fix her thing, bro. Damn. I gotta fix it. Alright, boom, like that. I hit OK. Go to the same image right here. I forgot she wanted me to fix this, bro. I'm supposed to fix this first, bro. Taxi, what's up, bro? Are you busy? Who the hell is texting me right now? Bae. Keep up the good work. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Bro, I gotta hurry up. I got a client I gotta go to in 30 minutes, bro. I need to get this bang out of her hair. She said that she wants this bang gone, bro. I don't know how this is about to work, but I'm about to try generative fill, and I really do not think it's gonna work. I guarantee. I feel like it's not gonna work. Generative fill is like terrible, bro. Let's see. Terrible. Knew it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shit called. They got, bro. Man, Photoshop got some of the worst AI, bro. Unless you use your credits, bro. The AI is not that good. Bro, I have so many photo shoots today, bro. I have so much to do, bro. That just did a terrible job. Alright, I'm gonna try to find which one looks like. Neither of these shits look like what I'm trying to do, bro. Terrible, bro. Alright, delete. I'm gonna have to do it myself, bro. Dang, she's like, can you fix my bang, bro? Like, huh? I gotta literally like recreate skin right now. Bro, what did it create up here, bro? What is this? Bro, Photoshop be creating some, bro, like what? Like what is this? Why did you make that? What is that for, bro? All right, so I basically got the image that I want. I'm gonna go Command J on this and drag it over the top. Change the blend mode to soft. Change the opacity down. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and go and export it real quick. File, export, quick export as PNG. Leaving now. I'm 21 minutes away. Oh man, I gotta hurry up. This is it right here. We're gonna go back into that boy here. We're gonna go ahead and select this. And we're going to drag and drop it in here. Hopefully it doesn't say that we're against like the quality, the whatever the thing. Bro, I need to hurry up. My client's coming. I need to like put a t-shirt on or something. I need to get my camera ready. My trigger. SD card. These so I can make a reel with my client. I need a tripod as well. I think it made basically the same thing. Yeah. She just has like little things on her face though. I'm gonna download it. Go back into Photoshop, drag and drop it. I don't know how I feel about it. How do I feel about this? I don't know. All right, let me see. Command T. Maybe I need to scrunch it down. Maybe I feel like it was like, I feel like it was scrunched. Yeah, change it there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like it was scrunched. Hit enter. Change the opacity. She still got that little piece on her face, bro. That's like the only part right now that's bothering me. I kind of like my version better, bro. Bro, I got no food in my system, bro. I'm gonna go select color range, select the highlights, hit OK, Command J, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, to blur out the highlights even more. Yep. There we go, hit OK. Before highlights, after the highlights, before the highlights, after the highlights. Alright, I'm gonna go hit C to crop this. I feel like it's a pretty good crop. I mean, it's fine where it was at, honestly. Merge, enter. And my only thing is I need to remove this off her face, bro. It's literally just this part. I want it to be lighter. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That looks way better. Command 0. Yeah, oh my god, it looks way better. Yes, that's it right there. Alright. File export. Quick export is PNG. And there goes that second VFX, you guys. Damn, that shit ate this one up, man. Hit X, hit save. Now I can finish editing all the other images in Lightroom. She's want me to blend this image, the feathers from this image with this image. So she wants the feathers from this image to be on this image. That's it. All right. Love you guys. I'll tell y'all that later. I gotta get my client.